we'll finish off now with the big one. This is what the people at home have been waiting for. Our ladder predictions. It's ladder time. You know what we'll do? We'll go bottom threes first, then we'll do bottom half, and then we'll go through our European positioning. So
this is tough.
From bottom up, I've gone Burnley in 20th, Leeds 19th, and Sunderland 18th. All new ones going back down. I'm not making the mistake of last 2 seasons where I had... Who did I have up the year before? I think I had Sheffield up in 16th, and then I had Ipswich up last year in 17th. I'm not doing that again.
I think Sheffield up crazy. They're always one of the ones.
Yeah, they're always.
just
And I
go back
somehow
down.
believed in that side. So I've gone, Sunderland 18th. They'll be the closest. Just Granit Xhaka, Mark Gui, like all these young talent. Enzo Lafayette, maybe will be really good for them. But they go down. Leeds 19th. I think home ground advantage gets me a few points. A few derbies in there. And then Burnley bottom. I just aren't excited. They're a defensive team that can't score goals, and I don't think they score any goals. So Burnley bottom.
I've gone bottom, top, like the 3 promoted going back down as well. Unfortunately, in the order of Sunderland 20th, Burnley 19th, 18th Leeds.
Yeah.
Like once again, like I don't think you can really deep where they're going to finish in that bottom 3. Mm-hmm. But I do worry there's going to be a gap between the bottom 3 again. And even though like some of these bottom Premier League teams from last year, I'm a bit nervy about.
Yeah.
Like I still think they'll just find a way.
Yep.
And man, I'm getting worried about like the gap between the leagues because
Someone
we
proposed
mentioned this like back in last year.
Man. It's getting bad. Yeah.
That it is becoming a bit of a concern for like the teams coming up, and I feel like the ownership in general now is just happy to pocket the money they get from the Prem.
Yeah. And go.
And be like, that was a success. So happy to go back down. We'll do it again next year. We'll come back up again next year.
So get that parachute money, and I just think it's massive. Yeah, and I think talking about that, same with the Championship a bit now. It's slowly evolving to a point where it's harder for the League One teams to do the same, and I think that's just the way that the football pyramid's going. I think it's just bad, man.
The money's not. It's not even. It's not like proportionally split. It's like disproportionately given to the top teams, and then.
Getting worse.
This is a flow-on effect of like Birmingham, Wrexham, and these clubs being Americanly owned.
Yeah.
Because they're going up with ease because they're spending like Premier League relegation type money.
Yeah, Blues. I think
One.
Blues will definitely go up. I think Blues will definitely bounce back up.
It's unbelievable. So you've got the exact same bottom 3.
Mine, I've gone for rock bottom Leeds.
Okay.
Yeah, hinted earlier with the Daniel Farke. I just don't think no signings good enough. They've signed people, but. I couldn't say one.
Don't move
I
the needle
couldn't
with that.
say one, and I just don't think they'll be good enough. And then second bottom, Burnley. The only reason why I haven't put them rock bottom is because, like you said, good defence, no goals. But I think that good defence is what gets them the odd few draws here and there.
Valid.
And then 18th, different one.
Oh, here we go. The first non...
Yeah, it's going to go down to the last game.
Yeah.
Last 3 games. I've gone Brentford.
Brentford go down.
I think, and I know it's
They have been
bold
rinsed.
because they're always around that top 10, but I just think losing your manager that you've had for 7 years, losing your your one best forward, you're probably going to lose Wissa too. Losing your captain, Norgard. I can't see them, and then don't seem to replace him well yet.
No.
There's not a lot of time left. 1st of September.
We've got 3 more weeks. I think they'll win.
I think it will go bad. I think Keith Andrews will get sacked quite quick. He'll be after Farke, I think.
Right.
I think they'll hold it out a bit, but I think that's where they'll go wrong. They'll keep him for a little bit, try and test the waters, but it won't get any better. He should be the first manager that gets sacked, but it won't be, and that's where they'll go wrong. That's what I think.
It's bold. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go with my bottom half then. So 11 down to 17. And we can go through. We can compare ours.
Start from 17, go.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So I got West Ham just avoiding the drop. I think they'll be close. I'm being continuity.
Yeah.
Potter goes, they
yeah.
struggle. I think they're going to struggle. Is Bowen or bust in that club? Brentford 16th. I like the likes of. I've talked about Schade now for 3 seasons. I'm begging this year he comes good.
Yeah, that's
I think he's their only hope already.
Yeah, him, Carvalho up top.
it's a good call.
Yeah,
He's been like floating
Rico
around,
Henry
like-
comes
He's
back from
getting better
injury.
and better every year.
Yeah.
You're seeing the improvement.
Rico Henry back from injury. Jordan Henderson, I think, is a massive signing, and Kelleher. Like, as much as I can joke about it, I think Henderson's actually a massive deal to get. Premier League, Champions League experience in the centre of your team, that's going to be vital for them. So they're 16th. Wolves is 15th. Strand Larson will help. They've still got João Gomez in midfield and Agbew at the back. The core of that team is still fine, despite losing Matheus Cunha and I like Vitor Pereira. 14th is the Cherries. I've gone Bournemouth 14th. I love Areola Ball, but yeah, they've been absolutely ravaged.
Defence. That's nearly the whole back four gone.
It's a problem for me. You've got one recognised centre-half in Senesi, but they were so built on building out from the back last season. They did it against Arsenal, they did it against City, they did it against United, and they beat all three by building out from the back. That's going to be a problem. Can you get ball-playing centre-halves in for Bournemouth? Everton in 13th, I think they'll do fantastic this year. Grealish potentially joining them. Dewsbury Hall's already there. Talked about Bonnie to start the episode off. 12th, Crystal Palace. That's just their position. No questions asked. And Fulham in 11th. They've signed absolutely no one, but they've still got Marco Silva. And I can't doubt Marco Silva's ability in the Premier League. So they're my 11th place team.
Like, I've got an extremely similar.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I think they all will be.
I've got Brentford at 17th.
Yeah.
I think what you said, like the depth they brought in will just be enough to keep them up, right?
Yeah.
And probably, I don't think it'll even come down to the last hour. I just think it's going to be like a bit of a gap. And
It could happen.
And then Bournemouth 16th. Yeah,
that's probably more realistic. I'm using my heart here. I love
really worried about the players they've lost. Wolves 15th, same thing. No particular reason. I just feel like that's about where their squad fits.
Yeah.
Everton 14th.
Yeah.
Brighton 13th. So that's probably a bit lower than you guys. I just think they're going to get like a bit of like a reality check in regards to where they're at. I don't know where they finished last year. Like,
I think they would bang 10th last year. I think they were mid-table.
I just think they might drop again.
Well, United and Spurs have to come up short.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. So you put those two above them. And and then the reason they're 13th is because, once again, at 12th, exact same reason as you. I just feel like Marco Silva you just have to give him some sort of credit, right? Despite their team, like, I don't know, their team looks a bit dead, man. Like, you know, but
you need to improve it.
Brighton were 8th last season, sorry.
Brighton finished 8th. Yeah. True. And then Palace 11th, so I've actually got them one spot above them.
You got them about the normal spot? Yeah, crazy.
I wanted to put them above that, but Palace 11th.
Yeah.
That's my bottom.
It's your rogue chef here, so not in 12th. All right.
Oh, yeah, we're on to
your 11th. Like, I'm sure.
All good. 17th, Sunderland. I think they're just about. I think, kind of you talking about Henderson. I think Xhaka is going to be that piece for them. And I know it's one of them, a bit like Ipswich, made a lot of signings and, you know, you don't know if it's going to go right or wrong. I just think they'll be fine.
Yeah, okay.
Something tells me. It'll be close. Then in 16th, Bournemouth. Same reasons.
Both have them 16th,
15th, going to be Fulham. I just think with them, I just think it's not improving. I think a lot of teams are, you know, losing players, but they are buying players back. But I think like Fulham are just not really improving.
No.
They're kind of just getting left behind a bit. 14th, Wolves.
Yes,
I think they'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think they'll be fine without Cunha. I think they'll make more signings as well. They could even be higher, potentially.
Yeah.
13th, West Ham.
Should be much higher than me.
I think they'll be fine. I think Bowen will have another standout season. And that, like we were saying earlier, Gif.
Yeah,
the wing back. Yeah. I think, I've never seen pre-season, but when I looked at him, I thought, wow, he's a player.
Hell of a player, yeah.
And I think with Wan-Bissaka doing really well as well, them two on the flanks, I think will be
that's
pivotal for them staying up, I think.
Yeah.
And then 12th, going with Forest. Mr. Marinakis.
Whoa, Mr. Marinakis. Is this a more this is
a bit, yeah, mate. Sorry, buddy. You're not getting that England call up no more. But no, I think back to what I was saying earlier about the teams being in European competitions. I just don't think their squad's good enough to balance. And I think, well, we're not sure where they're going to be playing yet, Conference League or Europa League. But I think if they want to do well in one of those, they'll have to balance, and I think that'll affect the Premier League. So it just depends what they choose, what they want to prioritise. 11th, Palace. Same.
That's where they belong, 11th or 12th, don't they? Every season.
That's it.
All right, let's go 10 to 8, and then we'll do our European position. So 10th, got Brighton. I just think that's where they land this season. Good manager, good squad, just not with the big boys, I don't think. I've still got Forest in 9th. I still think there's enough there. I'm pretty happy with
the defence. The defence is still there, and it's a really good defence.
It's a very good defence. They've got, I forgot about Tayo Wanyi backing up Chris Wood. You've got Dan and Doyle, I'm super excited about joining the Premier League. Hudson-Odoi is still there. Elliot Anderson, there's still the talent there. So I'm going to back them in to go around again. And if they get Conference League, that helps them a lot because
Yeah, it's
a
dependent
lesser
on
competition.
Yeah.
And then in 8th, I've got Tottenham. I did have them much higher 2 weeks ago when I
said
made
8th?
this list. Yeah.
No,
they've
no,
dropped.
that's valid.
They've dropped down.
That's valid. I'll
No
be honest.
Gibbs White, no Visser. Oh,
As of right now, yes. I'd probably say around
we
that.
need some signings quickly if you want to push yourself up.
I got Forest at 10th.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they'll regress, but not massively.
Yeah.
I got West Ham at 9th. So
Fucking hell, that's
this is one of the ones. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like a bit of a. This is probably like one of my bigger ones. I got just a bit of a gut feel about it.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
I feel like I actually still feel like Potter can manage.
he's got it.
And yeah, I'm also looking at like Fulkrug second season.
Yeah, me too. I was
Like-
saying earlier, I think he will have a good season.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
think,
I think there was probably more hype with West Ham last year, which just
Yeah.
never played out at all,
Yeah.
right? And you know, I know they lose Kudus, but I'm hoping that they can find goals from more sources than just, you know, Jared Bowen, right? I don't know what's up with Mikel Antonio.
he's left, isn't he?
Has he left?
Yeah, he's left now.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
got
Well,
Callum
They
Wilson.
got Callum Wilson
Yeah.
there though, backing up.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just expecting that. I think their squad is actually and Max Kilman like came in and he was like just
Yeah.
really underwhelming last year and
Yeah, he was booty cheeks, really, wasn't
yeah, like
Yeah.
honestly, he was. It was like that was like one of the sort of hypes. That was like a
he? So
I was
spent
like-
quite-
that was
they
like a
spent,
really
quite
great-
a bit on him
Yeah,
as
they
well,
did
didn't they?
spend-
Like 40 million or
Yeah.
something.
well,
yeah.
and you know you were signing like Wolves captain,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And it was like, you know, English talent, like, you know, centre back, like one of the sort of hotter centre backs in the game at the moment, young centre backs, and it was so. I don't know. I have more faith that they'll sort of put it together this year and get a bit of continuity going and
Yeah.
sort of get some points on the board. And then at 8th, I have Newcastle. So this sort of backing up my Eddie Howe thesis.
Yeah.
You know, I think
They're outside of it.
I haven't actually looked at their draw. I don't know if it starts hard, but I you know, this is just contingent on Isaac leaving and the other guys around them just getting better and trying to manage European football with like a sort of a thinning squad a little bit, right? Because Tonali,
Shit, the first Villa away, Liverpool at home, Leeds away. It's a shocking start.
yeah,
That's an
and like
awful
that
start.
Leeds away game's
Yeah.
a bit,
That
it's like an
involves
early bogey
Trippier has
game,
it. Yeah,
like
yeah.
so. Yeah, man. I am quite
tough.
because I was big on Newcastle last year. I predicted
Yeah.
them third last
Yeah,
year.
you had-
This
you had
this
them
is like
high.
a Newcastle
Yeah.
Haywatch.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is just like a.
You just think it's gone.
I
It's
just
come and gone.
I think
a
everyone
shame,
around
really.
them has strengthened so much, right? And then on the other hand, them, I don't really know what they've done. They're going to lose their best player. So yeah, a bit worried.
Starting 11 have missed targets so far this year. There are 11 players I have missed out on.
Yeah,
Actually,
true.
it's crazy.
It's a shame. Yeah, I think because I like Newcastle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I do
but
like,
they,
and I want Newcastle to do well
Yeah.
as well. But
I'm with you. 10th, Brighton.
Yep, sounds
I think they'll still have a good season. And then 9th, I've gone with Everton.
I
I really think
Wow,
I
you're big.
really
This
think
is like-
Everton will do well.
2000s ball. I love
Yeah,
it.
I think Dewsbury Hall is a fantastic signing.
Big
I
gap.
think he will be really good. I just didn't think obviously with Caicedo, Enzo, all of that, he didn't really fit into Chelsea. Too many midfielders, but I think he'll do really well. Pick up where he left off at Leicester.
Yeah.
And then 8th, I've gone Newcastle as well. Same reasons. Yeah, I think without Isaac, I just think they're really going to struggle, man. And it's a shame because I had them
yeah,
to do well last year as well. But yeah, Champions League as well. It's again, what do they prioritise? You know, and I think that will affect the league. And I think with how, like you said, who knows what could happen.
So you think if they finish 8th, Eddie Howe's still there?
Depends how they do in the Champions League.
Yeah, okay.
I think if they don't make it past the league phase thing,
That play.
I think he's got to go.
Yeah.
I think because they're not progressing.
Well, I don't even know if I would say like he deserves to go. I just feel like he will go.
Yeah, it's the ownership. It's
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
Yeah, I know
like-
what
yeah,
you're
like
saying.
you
They
said-
care about the on the pitch performances.
Yeah.
Like when they're putting so much.
It might
money
be
in.
unfair because they've lost their best player and you know, like everyone has strengthened around them. But I just think he will go if that's the case.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from with that. It's a really good point.
Do we want to do just 7 up, or do we want to just break up to top 4
Do
and
like 7 to 5. And
7 to 5 and top 4? Okay, yeah, let's go 7 to 5. And so in 7 they got United. I think there's still be an adjustment period. And again, unfortunately, I think it might be the same as last season. We'll win some big games and just draw and lose some really shit clubs. I wouldn't be surprised we draw away to Burnley and Leeds, knowing United. We can't play in low blocks. I've got 7th United. I'm backing in Newcastle to finish 6th. Is this blind faith? Maybe. Look, if they get Samu in for Isaac, I'm pretty happy. That's close enough. It's enough, I think, to give him enough goals. I still think that midfield, it's hinges so much on Bruno's fitness. If Bruno ain't there, well, fuck, like, it's not looking good. Like, you lost Elliot Anderson for that depth. It's going to have to be Joelinton, Tonali and Bruno for 80% of the season. Yeah. So fitness is big for Newcastle. But if they're all there, that place is pumped. St James's Park punks on a Saturday and Sunday morning. Like, it's a tough place to go.
I was going to say, one of the stronger home ground advantages.
Yeah, like it actually is a long. It counteracts the Tuesday night game.
The strongest. To be honest, you know, I'd probably
you play Tuesday night, but everyone travels all out north. Yeah, that sort of balances it out. So I think they still finish solid in 6th. And I don't know if this was Rogan. I've got Villa in 5th. I think this is down just to Unai Emery's ability to get the best out of players. Morgan Rogers' second full season. Watkins back to his best potentially. Yuri Tielemans and Kamara comes back.
Yeah.
I love the Kamara midfield.
You were
it
big
changes things, right? John McGinn's found his role as like a high and wide midfielder. It's the same team, but I think with Unai Emery there and the history and this back line and Ian Matson's second season and Daniel Marlin performing well in pre-season, there's enough there. I think they go right.
Yeah.
They're not Champions League, finish 5th as such.
Yeah, no. So I have gone Spurs 7th. United 6th and Villa 5th. And so I reckon... So the Villa thing I definitely agree with. I think they bought a lot of players last year. Mm-hmm. And although they haven't strengthened a lot this year, like, it was sort of just built from last year. So I actually could potentially even see them pushing top 4 again, but with multiple competitions and stuff. I don't know if the squad depth... I just think the guys around them have strengthened so much.
Yeah.
And then Spurs are 7th. Oh, I really wanted to see season 3. Oh, man. Like, seriously.
We all wanted to, didn't we?
Like, I would have probably had the top 4 if that was the case, because I would have had a lot of blind faith in Ange.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, and then United at 6th. I don't know. I think 5th up will be relatively tight, and then I think 6 downwards between like 6th and 10th will be another sort of table as well. Yeah. I think the top 5 will put a bit of a gap on United and Spurs. I don't know. I put United 6th, but I am worried about them.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Brian Mbeumo is one of those players I feel like could just... I don't know. It just, to me, all your signings just reek of, like, I've seen this before. I've seen this before. Like, I've seen this story before, you know? Like...
Well, whenever he gets the exact same shit. So you have seen it many times for 5 years
like,
straight. Yeah.
I just... Mbeumo, great player, great season last year and everything, but... Was there a reason there was no market for him? You know, is there a reason for that? Cunha, like another one of those players where like you would expect there to have been so much more of a market for Cunha, right? But there just wasn't really. It was. I know it's probably because United secured him really, really early, but he's got his temperamental issues. Like, you know, loves to talk on Instagram and yell at fans.
That was embarrassing. That.
I don't know. They all these signings to me just like reek of like United flop, man. Like I don't know what it is, but I just see a world where it's all where like they're all on the pitch together and it's just not going well. And Amorim, I obviously think you'll do better than last year. You know, last year you finished 15th, right? Like 6 is a pretty significant jump, but it's where you should be. You should be on the top end, right? Yeah. And I just think the guys above you are so much better. That 6, honestly, is kind of like a decent result, but it's also, but I'm also worried about you. So it's weird. Like 6 is decent, but I'm nervy, man. Like it could go pear shaped
again. Yeah.
Cool. So with what? On to number 8.
Yep.
I'm going with
7.
7. That's the one. Yeah, Villa. I've gone with Villa 7.
So moving up there, yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's just balancing Europa League. I think they've got a great 11. But then it just depends what they're going to prioritise in a way. Kind of similar to like what happened with United and Tottenham. Last year, I think both of them ended up prioritising the Europa League, which affected them a lot.
Yeah.
Especially Tottenham. But yeah, I think it'll be the same with Villa. But I think they'll have a good season. I think 7th and a good run in the Europa League. I think it's a good year for them, especially after not really signing that many players. Mm-hmm. They've got a good squad, but I think they're a team where they're a Watkins injury away from... in trouble, you know.
This is very
same
true.
with Rodgers. You know, like you look at their depth and it's not really good enough. You know, and I think that's why I don't have them getting Champions League.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And then 6th place, I've gone with Tottenham. Yeah, and that's if I'm hoping we make some more signings. If we don't, if we go into the start of the season with exactly what we've got now, it's going to be quite a bit lower than that. But I think we will make signings. Yeah, we will. We have to. Madison's done his ACL. We need that 10. I want Eze, but we don't know what's going to happen there. I just think. I think we'll prioritise the league a lot more than Champions League. I think we'll have a decent Champions League run as well. I just think, last season, back to the point about Villa, I think we just prioritised Europa League after February, I think it was. So then I think that's why that fall down. Yeah, after the semi-final as well. Yeah, we just gave up in a way in the league. But I think the big boys will be back up there, United and Tottenham. And that's, my top
from there.
8 to 6.
All right, so... my number 4.
So who'd you have a 5th?
Oh wait, we're not doing 5th as well.
No, we did 5th.
We're doing 5th. Oh, United.
United 5th.
I'll go with United. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I think Champions League football. I think they'll be back. I think 5th will be enough in the coefficient rankings for them to get Champions League football. Just with the quality that the English teams have now in Europe, I think. And there's a lot of teams in Europe. There's Palace, Forest.
I think
Villa,
9
Newcastle,
teams next season.
Surely
you can't not lose a coefficient now. Yeah,
and that's why I think United will do it. And I think kind of a bit similar what you were just talking about with Mbeumo. I think when they've made signings like that, they've only kind of made like one signing like that, and then I feel like the pressure's kind of always been on that signing. But I feel like now they've brought in him, Konya, Sesko, and I feel like it just frees up a lot of the weight off each individual player, and that's where I think they'll perform a lot better as a team. But no, European football is massive as well. I think that's the reason why they do so well also.
Oh, actually, honestly, if we get a Donnarumma, then I'm changing my prediction.
Well, if you get a 6 and a keeper.
Donnarumma, I didn't know your rumours linked with Donnarumma.
I think it's very close. It's about...
Apparently, he wants United, apparently.
That's crazy. Well, because, I've seen firsthand him in the Champions League. Ruin my hopes and dreams, mate. Donnarumma is insane. That was the most insane thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah. Best upgrade you can get.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Like, if Donnarumma comes in...
Oh, man, the
I've got Lissandro Martinez, Yoro, Delit, Heaven...
I wouldn't put Lissandro in there.
I think
the butcher's back.
The butcher's back. The butcher's back. He's got a new haircut now. The butcher's back. Just wait for the butcher to be back. Lenny Yoro second.
The butcher.
Yeah, the butcher. That thing there. He's a poor man's Cutie Romero, I think. Really,
That's hilarious.
5 foot 9 butcher.
That's hilarious.
All right, top 4s now. This is the big boy stuff. Chelsea in 4th. I think this is a top 4 battle that probably goes 30 match weeks. I feel like all teams are amongst it around 30 weeks. That's when the cream rises to the top. I think Chelsea's in and around it. Again, the great entertainers of this season, just not enough for me. I think they'll be good. They'll be good next year for this year. If that, you know what I mean. Like they'll go deep. They'll challenge Liverpool. They'll challenge City and Arsenal. But when you've got a home game versus Brighton, who've now won, they'll Fulham come to Stamford Bridge. I'm still worried if they can get those results over the line, because last year they dropped points to Brighton, they dropped points to Forest, they dropped points to Fulham at home. To take that next step, you need to do it at home against teams in a low block. They'll have to learn that this season, but they'll be good for this season. They'll be competitive. I think champions, like you said, they'll be much better. Cole Palmer, Enzo, Reece James in midfield, Caicedo. It's a fantastic squad. Got Arsenal in 3rd. I agree with what you said. I think the striker due by a date, they'd come and gone last season. They're going to be much better. They'll batter the small teams rather than having to grind it out. But I just like the squads of the 2 above them. And, if you've been there and done it, they've been there and done it.
What else could our squad have, mate? What else could our squad have? Isak, I guess.
Players who've won. And that's why I've got Man City second.
Left side, I think a winger. Another left winger.
Left winger.
I Rafael Leao, a top quality winger like that.
Left winger, I 100% agree with.
I've got City second. I love the Reinders signing alongside Rodri. They've got Nouri in there now. Nico Riley's a great backup as well. I think he's going to be a hell of a player. Vardiol plays at centre-half now. Diaz, I'm still on and off about, but you've got rotations for him there. Trafford in goal, one of the best shot stoppers in England last season. Erling Haaland's back. Like, I love Savinho, I love Marmot. Like, it's a hell of a squad. It's just about how quickly they get into gear. That's why I've got them behind Liverpool top. I think Liverpool go for match day 1. They've looked the part in pre-season, considering everything that's happened on field, off field, they're ready to go again. And Arne Slot, and I just think Dutch people in football in general, it's just, let's get this shit done. It's process, it is structure, it's bang, bang, bang. And when, the emotion of a league title can sometimes drain a team, they look like it's just been water off their back. They're ready to go again.
Yeah, I think so.
And this squad is actually probably one of the best. Like, it's close to that City Centurions level. What the feel you come into this season with them, you feel like this team is just inevitable. They're going to batter some teams.
So, yeah, fourth, I've got Chelsea as well. I think you explained that really, really well. Like, yeah, I think they'll be around there, but then I think eventually the three above them will differentiate themselves. Yep. I've gone Liverpool at 3.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, right. Because I just think it's hard to, like, defend the league, man. You know, like, it's just, you know, when you're, like, you go from, they had absolutely no pressure last year, right? Like, and in my opinion, at least, you know, it was, all the pressure was on Arsenal.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, like, Liverpool with like, they were hunting, right? And I know they were on top of the league for a long time, but it was like, it was still, I think they had everything sort of circumstantially for them. Like, it was like a new manager, so there's no pressure there, like, in terms of, like, going on to win the league. Like, this has been a great season so far, so, you know, anything here's a win. And then, like, Salah was so unreal. Can he repeat that? I don't know. I'm a bit skeptical of that. And I just think that they're not going to be strong enough defensively. I just think they'll leak goals, and this is my concern with them last year. And I know they won the league, but when towards the back end of the year was that they kept coming from behind, and I think eventually you get caught out doing that. And I think if they're weak, even weaker defensively this year, which they will be, right? I think you're going to leak goals, and it's going to come a time where you're just not going to be able to. I don't think you can continually come back from behind like they've done so in the past. And I think it was the perfect storm for them last year. They really pissed in the league in the end, but not so confident this year.
Yeah.
And then obviously I've got us winning the league, so I've got City second. And yeah, City, look, I think it's just Pep Guardiola. Like, you know, can't write them off for too long.
Yeah.
But I think our time is come, man. You know, like, I think our time has come. I think it's been the last couple of years, and, you know, we haven't been able to get it done. But I really do believe that this Arsenal squad is something scary. And I don't know. I just think we're defensively so strong, right? That's true. With better attack now, that, like, I don't know how many goals we're going to concede, right? Yeah. As long as we can score enough, which I think we can now, right? With the, you know, we add 25 goals in or add 20 goals in with a striker, I think we'll score enough, and we're defensively so strong that I just think, like, we're gonna be competitive in every single game, right? I don't think, no matter where we go, if we're playing at Anfield or the Etihad or whatever, I think we're going to be tough to beat. So if you know, as long as we can batter the smaller teams, which has been a bit of a hiccup in the past, I think, is with the sort of mid-table guys, you know, where we drop points. As long as we can do that, then I think we'll be good.
If you can win Fulham away this year, I'll
give you a tip. Baron Leno, like,
Fulham away is one of the hardest trips for Arsenal to make in a year. I feel like last 3 seasons, crazy.
Yeah, no, it's a good point.
Fair enough. You make a case.
I'm following to that. Sorry, my guy, man. I've got you in fourth. I got Arsenal in fourth.
Oh man!
And the only reason is because I think Chelsea will do really well. That's the only, I think it will be really close.
That's
like
mental.
Preston said, it will be really tight. It will, like, there will not be a lot of points.
Surely our age profile, though, like, the trajectory is still only up. Like,
Chelsea.
We're
Chelsea average age is 23.
No, but we're like miles ahead of Chelsea currently.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like the trajectory, like we didn't regress last year. we lost in the semi-final to PSG, right? You know, and sorry, like,
you're going back. It's all right, man. Sorry,
as in, I get it. Yeah, you took that Spurs fan, but like, the trajectory, like, the age profile, the experience, the players we brought in, to me, it can only go one way. Like,
I think you're more chance for a Champions League this year than you are for the league. That's
this is where I think you will prioritise Champions League. I think you'll get to a certain point, and I think it will be, because I think this season is Arteta. If he doesn't win Champions League or Premier League, I think he's got to go. Yeah. I think it's bust. I think he'll prioritise the Champions League, and that's where I think you'll fall a bit short in the league.
Yeah,
but not massively though. Like, I think
that is tight. Fair. That is fair.
But that's why, because I really think you'll prioritise the Champions League. And yeah, your squad it's got better. It has. But then I just look around and I feel like everyone's just getting better. For sure. That's where I say earlier, I think it's a year or two late. You know, I think if you'd have bought that number 9 in 2 years ago or last season.
Last season was my only query to that would be as well is that I feel like we've got better where we obviously needed to get better. Whereas, like, okay, if Liverpool bring in a striker, then like, yeah, they've got better. But scoring goals wasn't their problem. You know, like bringing in Verts, and I get it. Like, when was scoring goals their problem?
Kirk is a top 3 fullback for Robertson, his age.
No, so Kirk isn't upgraded for sure. The Frimpong thing.
Frimpong, I'd say it would be a downgrade. I'm happy to say it's a downgrade.
Yeah.
But what happened?
Van Dijk's a year older.
What happened last year though was what we didn't expect that whole to be filled, where Gravenberch and McAllister have become one of the better midfield combinations in the world.
Yeah. And then look, City have upgraded where they needed to.
I think
Rodri being back is probably like the biggest upgrade,
that's the
right?
thing, yeah.
And obviously he's out now, but
Rodri Rangers with like a fit front line.
And I think Shirk will do well as well. I feel like we haven't spoken about him, so I think he'll do fantastic.
That is a great point.
City's work across the last 7 months, including January, you have to take January into it as well.
City could piss the league.
They could piss
I think it will be really tight, that top 4, and I think literally like
8 points. I've got all.
Yeah.
So Arsenal 4th, Chelsea 3rd?
Chelsea 3rd, yeah. Chelsea 3rd. And then just same reason, I think João Pedro coming in takes a lot of pressure, like I said, off Palmer and stuff, and I just think he'll score a lot of goals as well as Palmer. And then second, I've gone City. Yeah, I think City will come second. I think they'll have a good year. But I just think Liverpool is too strong. Yeah. I just think I do worry defensively though. Like I get what you're both saying. I do think about the fullbacks, and I think especially Frimpong. But I just think they've just got enough. I think that experience of Konate and Virgil and Alisson, I just think will benefit them a lot, and they'll be able to lead out from the back. But yeah, that's my top 4 really. I think it's going to be tight though. Honestly, I think it will go down, like you said.
The league's going to be unreal though.
It's going to be crazy. Like every week is going to be mental.
Surely there's no team who can just like put a gap on the rest, like to win the league. Like surely it's just too competitive.
This sounds so backwards with what I've said, but I think City the only team that can do it this year. That could just like.
But that's just like Pep Guardiola. That would just be Pep.
And just because we have a full season of Marmoush, we have Savinho's second season, we have Haaland, we have Foden that needs to perform, and he's the 10's his spot to take now.
I 100% agree, because I put City second only because I'm an Arsenal fan, right? But I do agree. I think they're the ones capable of doing that.
Liverpool always make it hard for themselves. They never make it easy for themselves in the league, so I don't see them running away with it. Yeah. But in my head, it seems like City could be the team that finish second but win the domestic cups and go into a Champions League semi-final.
I think it'll be one of them two who wins the league. I think it'll be City or Liverpool. I think City will.
I honestly reckon it's Barca, PSG, or Arsenal for the Champions League. I
think Arsenal. I think especially from last year, I think that will be a big learning curve for them. And I think it pains me to say it. I hope they don't, because I just want to keep saying we've got a European trophy, you ain't. But it could happen this year. I think it could.
I just think your emotional roller coaster is so suited to Champions League footy. Like the whole build, I think it's so made for that type of occasion.
Yeah. I mean, I just think we're just going to win it all.
It's just not made for Bournemouth away on a Saturday when it's pissing down with rain down south. I just don't think it's that type of. But you could. You've teased so many times.
Yeah. Who knows? It could happen.
Well, look, second FC. I think we've only got better. So yeah, I mean, like for me, it's the logical progression.
Yeah, you've added what you need, and you got. Yeah.
But I definitely see an argument where like we are too emotional to win a Premier League. Like under Arteta, I can see that as an argument. Whereas,
and we can't see that now from a transfer window. I'm just taking.
No.
I think he's the reason why you won't get over the line. I think you need a new manager. I think he's only took you so far. Yeah, he's only took you so far, and I think
there is an element for sure where I understand that like he just is not suited to the long duration of a Premier League because of like the manager he is, and he is quite like. He does get quite emotional and all those things, but where that can be an advantage in a Champions League format. So I can see that as an argument, but I also feel like this is like Pep Guardiola prodigy, mate. Like, come on. It's got to have that in him somewhere, surely. So yeah, I think it's the start of a dynasty.
I'm looking forward to it though, man. I can't wait. Like, I'm so
seriously.
excited.
It's a week away.
I've missed it. Hey,